welcome to a long-awaited showdown. Don't have to be a fan of either team to appreciate the matchup of these two elite quarterbacks. Both guys hoping to use this big stage and display their supremacy. Welcome to Gainesville, Florida, and the Swamp, the home of the Florida Gators. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on last year's national champions, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. And the Gators will kick this deep to begin the game. The kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Using his legs, it's Tatum. First down and more, he's still running. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Looking to scramble. Going to try to use his legs here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit. Both teams trying to set the tone in this high-stakes collision here. Kirk, a long way to go. We expect this battle to come down to the final minutes.
So both these teams have been chirping back and forth during the week. I'm sure they're finally excited to be out on the field together. And this is the kind of matchup you just have to have an aggressive mindset, attacking all game long, and find out who the best team is late in this game.
And the Sooners lining up here on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Grab behind the line, it's Tatum. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This is not how you draw it up as an offensive coordinator. You got a first down play, and you go backwards. Now you're behind the sticks, and that play just never seemed to have much of a chance at all.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Finds his man. It's Thomas. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to...
And he's got it! Touchdown, Sooners!
You talk about a tough matchup for this defense down in this area. What are you going to do? Quarterback puts it up in the air, and the big tight end goes over the top of everybody for the touchdown.
And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open scoring. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Bringing it out, it's Hawkins. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. First down, looking to throw the ball. On the move now. And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Didn't find anybody open. Brings up a 2nd down now. Kirk, both sides told us they knew this was going to be a challenge, the biggest test they've had so far this season. Good to see this matchup get off to a good start. Bodes well.
Chris, I'm just excited to see how this game's going to unfold. Both of these teams are going to be so fired up throughout the entire game. I think it's going to be a true test of wills between two teams that have performed as they're destined to be in that postseason at the end of the year.
Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Using his legs, it's Brown. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
They get him down, but not before he reaches the 39.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
They'll run it here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off, and there's just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Scanning the field, it's Simmons. Oh, and it's almost intercepted on the first possession here. It's going to bring up third down.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Looking for the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Could take it all the way. Across the 40. They finally bring him down, but what a return after the takeaway.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
Backfield offense spreading the field with 5 wide. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Grab near the sticks. It's Sategna. The Sooners are in the red zone. Trying to find some room. It's Tatum. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2. Now the handoff. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise, it could be a long day.
Looking to pass, it's Jennings. Catch made on the right side. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's getting 4th down and inches.
You know, it's 3rd down. As a quarterback, you're sitting there back in the pocket trying to find a matchup that you like. Pretty much everything taken away. I like his thought to get it to the running back because he's a talented, gifted player, but he just could not wiggle free to pick up the 1st down.
One team stays on the sideline. Offense going for it on 4th down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. He's got it near the end zone. Defense makes the saving tackle at the 3.
That's why you practice and work on these routes. When you get to a 4th down, you trust the receiver to run not only a good route, but know exactly where he needs to go to be able to get the distance for that 1st down.
The Sooners keep the football on the move. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. And they're able to get him down.
Boy, tight windows is always down here. They have trust in throwing it. You just have to be smart.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Offense comes up to the line. He might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. 3rd and goal. Looking to throw the ball. Looking to the end zone. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Oh, the defense completely blows it here. They lose the tight end. He's a real option for this quarterback, especially on 3rd and goal. I'm surprised they wouldn't put a big safety or a linebacker right on top of him. He's open. Quarterback made the throw, and they got a touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. And the defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first quarter of play. As we hit the quarter break, it's Oklahoma on top. They jumped out to an early lead in that opening period. Let's take a quick look at the stats so far. We'll see if this game gets out of hand before halftime, the crucial second quarter beginning right now. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Here's the handoff. Nowhere to run on that play. They've got him in the backfield. That's a loss of a yard. Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle, Kirk, showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, then you can create a lot of havoc in the middle.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Back to pass. It's Simmons. Lets it go quickly. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
And I was hoping he'd be able to hold on to that football. That would have been a big play there on third down. Now big decision coming up here on fourth.
No punt. Offense still on the field. Going to go for it on fourth down. Bringing pressure. Contact as he threw it. The pass is intercepted. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, we're just here in this first half, and this defense is all over it. That's their second interception. Good job of pressuring the quarterback, making him uncomfortable, and forcing the ball into coverage.
And the Oklahoma offense is back on the field. They really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments? Come up with a stop here. Trying to run. It's Tatum. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss of the block.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Moves out of the pocket. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that right here.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Quarterback heading right, trying to create on the move. And he went out of bounds after a short gain on that run.
Well, the quarterback knew the one thing he can't do here is take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. Now, he didn't pick up the first down, but he gave him a shot. He'll get some love from his guys for that effort. Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. No surprise they're in a hole here. They've given the football away in each of the last 2 possessions. To throw, it's Simmons. Caught behind the line, it's Brown. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Second down, we're going to throw it. With the catch, it's Wilson. The Gators are going to keep this drive rolling. Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. It's a draw play. Great cut there. That run moves the ball across the 35.
Boy, draws and screens are a great way to counter an effective pass rush. Allow those defensive ends to get upfield and then hand it off at the last second.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Looking for his back. Grab down the middle. It's Brown. They've got him at the 48. That's a first down. Tackle was made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time.
Well, this is the risk you take when you play man-to-man coverage and you leave a linebacker on a running back. quarterback does a nice job of seeing that mismatch and getting the ball to the back for some good yards.
It's the 2-minute timeout. This offense running out of time to cut into this lead before the break. This offense trying to get going has put together a positive drive here in the second quarter. Looking for a gap. It's Brown. He's past the marker and still going. They make the tackle, but not before he gets all the way to the 30.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
So the screen on first down is snuffed out nicely, and now they're behind the sticks here.
Yeah, the offense tried to fool this defense by going the screen on first down, but give the defense all the credit in the world. They're not fooled at all. Read that perfectly, able to chase that down for a loss. Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
7th play of the drive coming up, but it is 3rd down and long. Looking to pass. It's Simmons. But it's incomplete, and that will now bring up 4th down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
The offense still on the field to go for it on 4th and 11. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Looking for his big tight end. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. Breaks into the open. Across midfield. They'll finally catch him. That's a huge return. They get the takeaway and set the offense up in great position.
Chris, not only the awareness to come